Hi, I'm Rick Mayfield, Nutridyne Chief Science Officer. Today's video is Uplift Plus, a dynamic brain drink. This product supports cognitive performance, focus, and mental clarity and mood and emotional well-being. This product is significant in that it's new, there's no product like this in the market, and two, the ingredient dosages mirror clinical trials. Our first ingredient to discuss is creatine. Creatine is an amino acid-like compound stored in our muscles and brain. Here in this large trial of individuals, 22,000 plus, they looked at the level of creatine dietary intake in depression. They showed that the lower the depression status, the higher the creatine intake. Or said the other way, high creatine reduces depression incidence. There are many trials with creatine. Typically, they're using the 5-gram dosage. And it shows it reduces depressive symptoms, improves brain energy metabolism, and neuroplasticity, or the ability to make new brain cells and connecting nerve cells. This dosage improves major depressive disorder and bipolar depression. One trial shows that 5 grams for 2 months improved those doing cognitive behavioral therapy better with creatine versus without. Another trial over 6 weeks, same dosage, improved working memory and intelligence. A higher dosage for an average weight body of 155 pounds, they gave a high dose of 24 grams, showing that even though they're sleep deprived with 21 hours sleep deprivation, they had improved cognitive testing. Brain scan levels show higher ATP or higher energy store in the brain cells when supplemented levels are used. Overall, it improves cognitive performance and processing speed. Our next ingredient is lion's mane, which is a fungi mushroom. It has various phytochemicals called terpenoids, and these stimulate a chemical called nerve growth factor, and this is made in certain brain cells called astrocytes. Nerve growth factor improves one of the key neurotransmitters called acetylcholine. It also activates and modulates certain enzymes that are imbalanced in things like dementia and Alzheimer's disease. One of them is called acetylcholinesterase. Lion's mane improves nerve growth factor. It also has other benefits. It lowers blood lipids. It can be an antimicrobial. It has antioxidant functions as examples. Here, looking at individuals who had mild cognitive impairment, which is the first step towards dementia and more neurodegeneration, they have a decreased level of these cholinergic neurons that make acetylcholine. They gave a high dosage of 3 grams per day for over 16 weeks. They had significantly increased scores, showing better cognitive function compared to placebo. In this pilot study of young adults, double blind, they looked at cognitive function and stress and mood. And they gave a lower dosage of 1.8 grams of lion's mane per day. Over 28 days, they had better mental task performance upon testing. They had less subjective stress. Overall, improved their speed of performance and less subjective stress. Here in this 4-week trial with lion's mane, they looked at depression and anxiety patients. And they gave a lower dose of 2 grams per day. And they did various scales of testing as far as symptoms of depression. And one of the key elements on this one test score called Indefinite Complaints Index, they had fewer commentation about the words insensitive, concentration, irritation, anxiety, all were lower versus the placebo group. Overall, it was concluded that lion's mane improves depression and anxiety. Our next ingredient in this product is rhodiola rosea. Rhodiola is an adaptogen extract, and in this trial, they took 370 or 555 milligrams of a concentrated extract. They evaluated with 161 cadets who were under high fatigue and stress. The study showed a pronounced anti-fatigue effect in both treatment groups, and there was no significant difference between the dosage groups. In another trial looking at 1,375 subjects with life stress symptoms, they have identified 101 subjects at 200 milligrams twice daily over 4 weeks, they had better stress response, more functional improvement, overall therapeutic effect with less disability. They used 7 different questionnaires to evaluate this. In this trial, they took healthy physicians who were on night duty, and they evaluated their fatigue and overall response. A much lower dosage of 170 milligrams, 170, over 14 days, they found that their associative thinking, their attention capacity, how fast they could process visually and auditory, and their short-term memory was all significantly improved in the treatment group. Obviously, a very important function on night duty as a physician. Another trial using 400 milligrams over 12 weeks, these individuals who are burned out individuals, they identified they had better alertness, calmness, and good mood, overall improving in time, and they noticed this all was noted after the first week of treatment. Here in a summary statement, these scientists state that rhodiola is an effective psychostimulant. It's a general strengthener and an anti-stress agent. Our next ingredient is L-theanine, which is an amino acid found in tea, green tea, and black tea. It's neuroprotective. It delays brain cell death in the hippocampus, which is a key area in the brain that stores memories. It reduces excitotoxicity, less overreaction to an amino acid called glutamate. This has an ability to have calming effects on the brain by improving an inhibitory neurotransmitter called GABA. It makes more brain cells called neurogenesis. It increases a chemical called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. This is a key element in the hippocampus to improve memory and functional capacity. Showing here that it improves behavior under stress conditions. It suppresses deterioration of learning ability under social stress and improves memory impairment. A series of trials use 200 milligrams of L-theanine, the amount used in this product. It produces alpha wave brain levels. This is a relaxation without drowsiness. Here in this Japanese trial, same dosage, showing they had greater effects of alpha activity in the brain in high anxiety individuals compared to low anxiety. Our next ingredient is saffron or Crocus sativus. This has specific phytochemicals called carotenoids and monoterpenoids, as noted here. Overall, it reduces neurochemical stress in the brain. It helps regulate monoamines, which are like neurotransmitters by the name of dopamine, norepinephrine, serotonin. These are very important for mood, sleep, appetite, attention, stress response, and cognition. Here in this 8-week double-blind trial in mild to moderate anxiety and depressive patients, they looked at the dosage of 28 milligrams per day, showing that the scores upon testing decreased by an average of 33% compared to 17% in the placebo group. Better scores of separation anxiety, social phobia, and depression. There are many trials with saffron, typically using the 30 milligram dose. One here is 50, but most are at 30 milligrams, showing there's improves mood in patients suffering from mild to major depression. We have vitamin D3 in this product because it modulates depression pathways, influencing neurotransmission, reducing inflammation in the brain. Vitamin D3 is a very important factor for whole body health, especially brain function. In a large analysis of 66 studies, many meta-analysis papers link vitamin D3 to depression. One example here is a meta-analysis of 24 different papers. There was a positive influence on vitamin D on mental health in children. Another meta-analysis of 15 different papers showing that vitamin D supplementation improves depression clinical status. Another paper of looking at 4 different papers showed it impacts depression ratings in major depression. And it goes on to show that low vitamin D levels definitely relate to higher depression states. And supplementation of vitamin D3 reduces depression symptoms. We have a mineral called selenium in this product called selenomethionine. It has many effects on management of depression because it acts as an antioxidant, it's anti-inflammatory, it modulates the immune system in the brain, and it's neuroprotective. Many studies suggest a link between lower blood selenium and increased depression and anxiety. even in patients with postpartum depression after pregnancy delivery, it improves mood and reduces depressive symptoms. We also have zinc in this product because it regulates neurotransmitters like serotonin and GABA, which play key roles in mood and anxiety. And this affects our memory, concentration, and attention, all of which can be affected by depression and anxiety. As the example here in this randomized trials, showing there's a 28% reduced risk of depression when there's a higher intake of zinc. Zinc supplementation reduces depressive symptom scores of depressed patients. Overall, the scientists state here that our studies found the beneficial effect of zinc monotherapy versus drug adjunctive therapy. So in summary, we have these 8 ingredients here at these doses that are clinically effective, and we encourage you to give this product a trial. Thank you for your attention.